Move over, NVIDIA. Google is here. Or is it? We want you to be addicted to your devices, but not that addicted. And just when you thought you heard it all, AI fraud is on the rise. Hey everyone, this is Jim Atria, Senior Live Online Lead Instructor with MyComputerCareer. Welcome back to the IT Blitz. Here's what's happening in the IT world. Google is selling AI chips, and NVIDIA finally has competition. Google is reportedly in talks to sell its tensor processing units, TPUs, to companies like Meta and Anthropic, a move that could threaten NVIDIA's dominant position in AI chips. TPUs were originally developed by Google in 2016 and are designed solely around matrix multiplication, the main calculations needed for training and running large AI models. GPUs can do this, but they weren't originally built for AI. So there are inefficiencies. This year, Google released the seventh generation TPU called Ironwood, which powers Gemini and AlphaFold. Why does it matter? TPUs can be much more efficient for AI workloads, saving potentially tens or hundreds of millions of dollars in energy use alone. For years, Google only used TPUs internally. Now, other large companies are making sizable purchases of computing power from Google's TPUs. Here's what this means for you. NVIDIA has had a near monopoly on AI chips, which is why their stock hit $5 trillion. Now, one of the biggest cloud providers are building alternatives. Diversifying chip suppliers could even mean better deals from NVIDIA in the future. If you're working in AI infrastructure, understand that the GPU isn't synonymous with NVIDIA anymore. Learn the differences between TPUs, Trainium, and GPUs because your next data center might be running all three. That was a mouthful. Tech companies are now selling tools to fight the addiction they created. Consumer tech is undergoing a transformation, pivoting from mere engagement to intentional well-being. Well, kind of. Translation: after spending a decade engineering apps to be as addictive as possible, tech companies are now selling you the tools to fight that addiction. Please understand that these sometimes aren't the same companies, but Apple's iOS screen time and Google's Android's digital well-being now provide granular control, detailed reports on app usage, time limits for individual apps, scheduled downtime to restrict notifications, and content filters. Wearables like the Aura Ring monitor stress, anxiety, and mood through heart rate variability and sleep patterns, using AI to detect physiological indicators of stress and suggest interventions. Even AI powered chatbots like Wysa and Wobot use natural language processing to deliver cognitive behavioral therapy techniques, making mental health support more accessible. Here's what this means for you. Many digital well-being tools collect extensive data on user habits, raising questions about how this information is stored, used, and protected. If you're in IT, you'll be deploying these tools while explaining to management that yes, the same apps designed to maximize engagement are now selling anti-engagement features. Also, get ready for help desk tickets about why screen time keeps blocking Instagram. The answer is because you told it to, but that conversation never goes well. AI powered fraud surged 180% in 2025. Advanced fraud attacks involving AI generated identities, social engineering, and telemetry tampering surged 180% year over year, with incidents increasing from 10% of all fraud in 2024 to 28% in 2025. Scammers are using generative AI to create near perfect identity documents, passports, driver's license, utility bills, etc., complete with accurate holograms, realistic fonts, and textures. Text to video systems create highly convincing deepfakes to bypass liveness checks. Fraud as a service shops have emerged that package these capabilities into ready to use kits that even script kiddies can use to generate thousands of fake documents every day. The most troubling development: AI agents capable of executing an entire fraud chain autonomously began appearing in 2025. They combine generative AI, automation frameworks, and reinforcement learning to create synthetic identities and interact with verification systems in real time. They're expected to become mainstream within the next 18 months. Yay! Exciting times. Phishing remains the primary driver of consumer fraud at 45%, while service level data breaches now account for 36% of incidents. Here's what this means for you. We've moved from high volume, low skill scams that defense can filter out to precision engineered attacks designed specifically to bypass advanced verification system, right? It's like bombing the whole place versus using missile guided systems. The bad guys have AI. I can't. The bad guys have AI agents running 24/7. You need layered verification, AI enabled fraud detection, and behavioral analytics. Manual ID checks aren't going to cut it anymore. It's kind of scary times. That's it for the Blitz. If you have any comments or questions, please post them down below, or articles you'd like to share with us. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.